That's the ring, by the way. So that's my ring. I know. Look at that, and then look at that. John. I don't even have my ears pierced. Do you know what I mean? Like it's. But here's the thing. When Kath gave it to me, she said, I know you don't wear any jewellery, right? So I just figured if I was going to get you a ring, I was going to get you a fucking ring. And I'm like, oh yeah, fair enough. A lot of people have kissed it, I'll be honest. My nephew saw it, he looked at it and he looked at me and he went, do you watch the NBA? And I'm like, And Kath gave it to me though. She said, you've got 12 months to get me mine. And that was 2 years ago. Thanks very much. Good night. Obviously, this is my time to do. It's my chance to be the organised one, right? Normally, I'm not the person that does the organising, right? I'd handball that off to Kath, but this time I had to do it. So I went, okay, I can do this. I can get her a ring. That's fine. I can organise that. It's a big deal, but I can do it, right? Okay. So first of all, I'm going to have to work out what kind of ring she would like, and I knew that she liked sapphires. I knew she'd like a sapphire ring. And also there is an antique jeweller that she followed on Instagram, and he likes to model the rings on his own fingers, and we call him Hairy Finger Man. Here's an example. But that's a beautiful ring, yeah? Here's another example. We love him. Also love it because sometimes he goes, I'll just put all the rings on one finger. Yeah? There we go. Love it, right? There's my starting point, right? I'll go... I know that she loves, and, sapphire ring from here, I'm off to the right track, right? So I thought, I'll go to his website and I'll have a look, maybe see what he's got available. But that's his website. That's from 1994. There's no online purchases happening there, right? So I went, I'm going to have to send someone into the store. But the store is in London, right? Thankfully, I know someone in London. Kath's best friend lives in London. And when I say best friend, let's remember that we are lesbians and it is her ex-girlfriend. That's Jess and Kath, and that's when they rode a tandem bike across Scotland. That's so gay. Anyway, so I got in touch with Jess, and she went into the jewellery store for me, and she would take pictures and send them out. So we kind of together we picked out a ring. She bought the ring. The receipt is made out to her. I'll pay her one day. It'll be fine, right? And then the next step, I was like, oh, that's one step done. All right, next step, I've got to get the ring, right? I've got to get the ring. She's in London. How do we get... Not something that we really wanted to pop in the post, right? And she said, I've got some friends that are coming to Australia. I'm like, that's great. Would they bring the ring? She goes, yeah, they'd be very happy to do that. And she said, the only problem is that they're only going to Sydney. I don't think they're going to come to Melbourne. And I'm like, okay, all right. I said, do you know what? Let's do it. Get it to Sydney. I reckon I can make it to Sydney and back again without Kath noticing, right? So one morning, Kath got up and went to work, and I got up and flew to Sydney. I am on the plane, straight off the plane, onto the train, right? And went to a cafe and met these two complete strangers. Thankfully, they handed over the ring. Got it. But then I had a bit of time up my sleeve, so we went sightseeing. Took her down to the harbour and went to Luna Park. That was fun. Saw the bridge. Then we went on a ferry past the Opera House, and then took her to the lounge, fancy, right? And then when I got at home, I made a pose with the dogs. There's Lloyd and Harry, little Harriet. And then it was like, okay, I've got to put this away. And I hid it, put it away. And then I looked at the time and was like, Kath and I were going to a party that night, and I was like, I reckon I've got time for a nap, right? I can squeeze in a nap here, right? So put my jammies on, hop back into bed. 10 minutes later, Kath gets home and goes, have you even gotten out of that bed today? Done a couple of things.